Are you ready for some Throne of the Grim Captain, matey?
Hoi, hello. It's me at CGB. Am I really doing that? Yeah, we're not doing another take, so yes, we are. Today, I am doing a deck tech for the Throne of the Grim Captain deck that took the internet by storm when played at the regional championship over the weekend by Azeem Lyons. Oh my gosh, Turbo Throne of the Grim Captain. What a bizarre brew. And if you don't know much about what the deck is trying to achieve, and you're just looking at the pile of cards before you, a lot of questions are likely racing through your mind that I will attempt to answer with both this deck tech and this video. Welcome to the official Magic the Gathering Arena channel. It's me at CGB. Let's do the thing. Throne of the Grim Captain. This taps to mill 2 cards. But wait, there's a lot more. If you have a dinosaur, a merfolk, a pirate, and a vampire, either on your battlefield or in your graveyard, you can pay 4 and craft them together with this artifact. They all exile and come back as 1. And that 1 is a banger. It's the Grim Captain. This is a 7/7 legendary skeleton spirit pirate with menace and trample and lifelink and hexproof. And whenever the Grim Captain attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent. Okay, pretty good. Then you put the exiled creature used to craft this onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking, your choice of the 4 that you exiled. Oh my gosh, when it comes to attacking with a dinosaur, that could be like a 15 or more point attack. Right there, the game could just be over. What a powerful card. And that's why it's so hard to craft and flip Throne of the Grim Captain. It's a glass cannon approach, but what if the entire deck were that cannon? Look at all the cards chosen for this deck. They fulfill the roles in so many ways. Of course, we have the dinosaur vampire. That is 2 types potentially in Galta and Mavrin. We have some very large dinos like Itali Primal Conqueror, which gives you so much value if you play it off of the throne. We have Trumpeting Carnosaur that we can discard to use as removal while we set up our throne. But then we also have Brineborn Cutthroat, both a merfolk and a pirate, so can fill 2 different roles. We have the Floodpits Drowner as a merfolk to stall for time, the Staunch Crewmate as a pirate to dig for more thrones, since it can find a pirate or it can find an artifact. And then we have 3 Tree Mascot, which is a changeling, so it can be any of them, and Torium Mauler. This got me on the quiz. Is this card legal in standard right now? I would have guessed no. The answer is yes. It's in Foundations, and you can run this changeling in your deck. So 4 copies of the Shapeshifter here in this pile. And then we use Voldaren Thrillseeker, because with the backup ability, we might be able to pull off a win out of absolutely nowhere. We have some other bangers as well. Kiora the Rising Tide is hanging out to potentially make a Scion of the Deep Octopus, and also dig through our deck and fill our graveyard good at 1 copy. And the rest of the deck is dedicated to 1 of 2 things: dig to get what we need to craft, or give it haste, because if we give this throne haste after it gets exiled and returns as the Grim Captain, we get that attack trigger right away. And when this thing attacks, some decks in the format simply cannot handle it. So Mishra's Command can grant haste while also being a removal spell, while also being a rummage spell, so it makes the cut at 2 copies. Then we have the Bitter Reunion, the best way to give haste: play this out early, sacrifice it later, give your throne haste with 5 mana, swing, win, game. Sounds delightful. And that is how we are going to pop off with the Throne of the Grim Captain. But we have a few more touches in the mana base. All these untapped Surveil lands, 4 copies of Conduit Pylons, 4 copies of Hidden Grotto to help us dig and get where we need as quickly as possible. Because when you don't draw Throne, it's tough out there. You have to really wheel through your deck with something like the Tunnel Grinder as well. So that's the strategy. Throne of the Grim Captain. We're gonna flip it, we're gonna attack with it, and our opponents won't know what to do. There's a sideboard provided for you best of 3 enjoyers, but I'll be out here in the mean streets of best of 1 to see if we have the next beautiful best of 1 glass cannon winner mythic list on our hands. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. On the draw with 2 thrones, that's something. Let's see what happens. Plays around Duress, I suppose. Ooh, the Nightmare, good. A lot of my cards aren't useful anyway. They're just fodder, I tell you. Throne. Resolves. So How are we against a temporary lockdown? Of all the silly creature types in here, do we have things that deal with that? Okay, that's fun. It is a fun deck to play against, this Hopeless Nightmare. Am I going to get mana screwed? You would never. Not like this. Let's discard one of the drowners for now. Okay, they're just gonna keep hitting the discard button. All right. At least that one doesn't hurt. Okay, land. Is it possible to draw land? The command helps us dig even deeper. Oh my god, keep it together. Oh my gosh. I mean, nobody wins games of Magic when they're this unlucky. But we don't have to give up just yet. Off the top. Wrong land. Guess I'll cast this Mauler. See if we can make a large creature out of our opponent's spells. We can exile it from the battlefield if necessary. Merfolk, Vampire, Dinosaur. So this is Pirate. I hope you weren't planning to know where to run after playing the Scavenger. That would be embarrassing. Okay, Breaker makes more sense. Now we also have to watch out for Breaker making us sacrifice the throne. So we really want it to have haste. I don't know if we have time, but we have to draw land. There's just no choice. We have to draw land. We can't do it. This is unacceptable in so many ways. But last time I went for drawing into the land, it failed brutally. So I guess we try to drown and stall, but we are losing. This is so not my Magic the Gathering that I enjoy. Uh-huh. What a line, what a line. Well, that's nice. At least they set us up with a Drowner nicely. Do you want to attack? They do. I'll block. Gotta prevent every damage, and stopping the Scavenger probably prevents a couple. I mean, that wasn't gonna be a land either. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna lose my mind. All right, oh my gosh. Is that a land? Need an untapped land to give it haste and play around Momentum Breaker. That's what it's gonna take here. We have a chance though. If we just have to transform it, the odds are that they'll have some way to bounce this and kill it. But we have a shot. It would take drawing 2 lands in a row, an unheard of feat that no CovertGoBlue could hope to accomplish. Now they're stuck on 3 too. And they've drawn what, 3 extra cards? 2 extra cards from the Annex? 3. So we both have problems. Oh my gosh. Okay. Uh-huh. Land off the top, please. One time. One time. A land, untapped land off the top. It wasn't gonna be. It wasn't gonna be. Oh, baby. We want the big ones. Dinosaur. Vampire. Merfolk. Pirate. Done. Bring them out. Activate. There you go. Menace, trample, lifelink, hexproof. When it attacks, opponent sacrifices a permanent. I put an exiled creature card onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. It's like the Omniscience deck, but cool. They do get a scry. Put something nice on the top for me. I've got an Itali trigger. Make it real nice. By the way, they're just potentially dead here. They are dead here. Oh my gosh. That's just lethal. Their annex killed them. Oh no. Not like that. Well. There it is. There it is. They're rethinking their life somewhere. They don't know. People, they think they got janked. This is a competitive deck, my friend. Played it from a competitive event. You got hit with technology. And land drops. Land drops got there in the end. They also missed a couple. I can only imagine how bad it would have been if they'd drawn land. It is really funny to think of them just throwing the iPad down and out. You're done. No, don't. Whoa. Yep, put it on top. Show me the power. Yes. Oh, that's funny. I don't need any of these though. We gotcha. That's right. Take your damage. What a delightful Magic experience. Onward up the ladder. Who shall we find? What shall they play? I mean, I don't know. I can throw some dinos at them. Like, mulliganing for me with this deck is pretty tough. If we never find the throw, nothing good ever happens, but we have a lot of ways to dig for it. And what is the deck doing the rest of the time? Stalling. And this deck stalls. This hand stalls. I'll give it a shot. Why not? What could go wrong? I still think we play Canal first because you could draw 2 canals in a row, which would lead to you curving out awkwardly if you play something like Grotto or Pylons first. But it does give us another shot at getting out the throne on turn 2. You know what? I think that's more important. Throne on turn 2 is what's important. If you can. Investing that mana and not getting anything for it right away is a big deal. Also, getting it under counter spells is a big deal. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Why not? Yeah, enjoy that Mishra's Command. That's all you get. You can read the other cards whenever you want to. Oh, wow. A 3rd Carnosaur. How could this happen? I wonder what I'll be killing. Discard spell into discard spell. They open the door to this. They will face my emotes. Only 3 Carnosaurs, huh? Don't need that. There's the canal awkwardness, but let's get out the Bitter Reunion. Shouldn't need all these Carnosaurs, and I'm not in a rush to get this back. Tunnel Grinder's interesting. That can help us dig. Sure. Wow, another one. All right, let's see if they take the Tunnel Grinder. Do they respect the Tunnel Grinder? Or they fear the Carnosaurs? The Drowner. Sure. All right. The crewmate digs a little harder, but I think we want the grinder out there. Honestly, I can't resist a good wheel. Oh, it feels so good, except when you don't find the throne. But we'll work on it. Far from done. This isn't a serious clock. That's pretty ice cold of them, but there's still not that much that they're taking away from us. Strategic betrayal, making us exile the graveyard because they are prepared for omniscience gamers. Run out this mauler. We want to give it haste and work on flipping the tunnel grinder. How many does it need? If there are 3 or more, okay. That seems like a good deal with the Thrill Seeker in hand. I don't really want the haste. I just want the tunnel grinder to flip because then we get that discover ability, and I think we're gonna need it. Ooh. The Annex. Okay, we can pressure you. Pylons. Let's dig. My friends, we could descend, but let's not. Instead, play this Thrill Seeker, put that counter right there. Attack face. Sack this Thrill Seeker, deal 1 damage to this bat. Yes. Vampire in graveyard, Merfolk in hand, Vampire there, and then this is one of the other 2. So we still need 1 more. Transform. Now, whenever you cast a permanent spell using mana produced by this, discover X, where X is the mana value. So we discover is equal cost. Yes. Mana value X or less, you may cast it. So we can get a free throne here. Unfortunately, this Mauler is about to die. Nothing I can really do about that. I love getting to activate this right away. It feels like so much good value. Let's stun that bat, shall we? Mill. All right, big mills here. Can we get there? The staunch crewmate. Let's go. We need something with haste here. A bit of reunion. That's legendary. Put in hand. That would have been amazing. We get the crewmate. We get the merfolk. We have no hasties, but we have pirate, vampire, merfolk. We're still missing 1. Dig. There's the dinosaur. All right. Attack first. Also, we don't want to leave ourselves open to a strategic betrayal again. They played 1, they could have more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could flash in a cutthroat if necessary. Okay. Beautiful. You can craft from battlefield. Let's just have to absolutely make sure we leave blue mana available. And now if they play strategic betrayal, they'll also need a cut down as backup. Because I will flash in this pirate. This merfolk pirate. In response. Yes. Oh. Oh. Ooh. What else you got? You need a land and another edict is what you need. To rest my throne. Okay. You're dead. It's over. It's all over now. My friend. My friend. This is way too much damage. Oh. Yo. What a card. What a card. They don't print them like that anymore. Or do they? All right, bring it on. Is anybody ready? Ready for the captain. Shadow Phoenix 604, the brilliant. Ready? I mean, we have to keep this. It's in the opener. We gotta do it. We've got the Azorius sleeve. Please don't be Omniscience. It's such a hard matchup. Nope. Just a hopeless nightmare. All good. We've got our 4 lands. We've got a bitter reunion. We're doing it. Of course, they're doing what they do. I think we can discard 1 land. I'm sure we'll hit another, right? Right? I'm not sure. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure at all. I have no confidence. But let's get this down. Because the clock is ticking. Uh-huh. So what else is new? One by one, we just discard our hand. Are we on pace to lose the game on turn before we get a turn 5? That's the question. Dino? Reunion? Because you really need to give it haste. Okay, Carnosaur can keep us alive, kinda. The command is not what we need. Oh wait, actually it does kill a thing. No, we need to mill anyway. I should have used the throne first. It would have taught me something about what to keep on top. That's a little note for later. We just need 1 more type. We're at 8. 8 is not much, but maybe they have all removal in hand. Okay, that can just end the game. Wow. Okay, they actually play a finisher. Now we are going to lose unless we have something amazing up our sleeve. We're just dead to this combat. Ooh! And it's the type we needed? I mean, we have it anyway. Oh my. Oh, what a draw. The answer. The answer is right here. Now, Nowhere to Run can take away Hexproof from the throne. We'll see if they can handle the attack. If they have some way to make it lose Hexproof, like a Go for the Throat, right, would be enough. So what dino? Tally. Pirate. Something and something else. Flip it. Haste it. They need the perfect 2 cards. I don't think they have them. They give up a creature. All right, a tally. Let's go. We hit Unholy Annex, which I believe if I cast, I don't get anything, but let's see it. Why not? Oh, I do get choices. Okay, I will play the 6/6 Demon, and I will play the Tunnel Grinder. If they can kill 2 creatures here, they also win the game because of the Archfiend. Scary. Very scary. You're not a demon, are you? No, a Skeleton Spirit Pirate. But instead they fall to 3. We go to 11. And they're going to try to scry the best 2 cards possible to the top. But they don't even untap the Archfiend. There's no way out, right? This is insane. That Flood Pit's Drowner draw. I mean, you can be brilliant, but sometimes you can't think your way out of that. Game. Well, 2 reunions and a lot of surveils and 1 anything. I mean, can this get there? At least I know I won't miss a land drop. That wasn't hard. I'm so good at this deck. It's absurd. Okay. Yeah. Let's get a colored source down in case we draw Thundering Falls next turn. And we use this on end step to avoid like graveyard exile effects from the black deck. Well, they got something, and it's probably Sheoldred's Edict. Could be nowhere to run. The Tunnel Grinder. Do I want a new hand? Yes, I kind of do. I think we still want to get a Bitter Reunion down, to be real, but we could do that next turn. I have descended. Maybe I keep both Bitter Reunions. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. They might duress me. We're also just going to want some creature on the battlefield. Okay, nice. First Descend counter. Not really useful artifact removal in this deck, so getting value off the Tunnel Grinder could be exactly what we need. Slasher, half your life, sounds nice. Oh, Drowner, right on time. All right, so we go red, colorless. Drop the Reunion. So haste is an option. Drop off the Falls, because I might still need the Carnosaur's removal. Play this. Pass turn. We have descended twice. Vampire, Pirate, something and something. We're already flippable. Speaking of flipping, or we might flip their lid as we stun their Slasher. Yeah, cut down, of course. Of course. Gotta be ready for Sheoldred's Edict. How are we going to play around that? Probably by dropping some dinos. Well, they tapped out and we can do the thing. So I think we're okay. There's a Thrill Seeker in hand. There's a Thrill Seeker in grave. Okay, beautiful. But we won't have the mana to use it. Merfolk, Pirate. I don't know if I want to do the Thrill Seeker here because it might not work out. So, well, no, let's do it. We'll do the Changeling for the last type. Okay. We have Captained. We have made the Captain hasty. Now we can attack. The opponent has to sacrifice. I suggest the tapped Slasher. The game won't be that long. And now we go Drowner, tapped Slasher, so we don't lose to Demon combo. And the opponent has to navigate both of these. Now, if I had gone with the Thrill Seeker and flipped this, I could have tossed it, but here we go. That goes down. Now, this doesn't have hexproof. I assume they have a way to remove it. Yep. Knowing with Affliction works, it's technically a 2-mana creature. Kiora into an 8/8 is fun. Because we can give it haste. They're at 11. If we had one more mana. Or we could Carnosaur with Discover. Whatever, we're going to have Discover on something. I think we do it on Kiora. Let's see what happens. We get a Mauler, that's pretty good. Just something on the board to block the Slasher. There's a tapped land we don't need. And a Grinder that's a little late. And we're close to using Thrill Seeker here to finish them off. So... do I need this land for something? I don't think I do. 2 Thrones. Wow. All right, no cut downs. Nice. So we could deal 5, but I just want the 8/8. and 2 blockers. Please try to cut down the Mauler, please. Please try to cut down the Mauler. It would make my day so much. Kiora proving that she deserves a spot in the deck, as the Scion of the Deep and the Thrill Seeker might be the finishing blow. Anix. All right. You're gonna have to block that 8/8, and you know it. Down to 6, which means you're dead to the attack. Well, I'm just gonna try out this Thrill Seeker card and see if we can finish you that way. Oh, oh, life's not fair sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. We don't want to put it on the 8/8. The 8/8's already a lethal threat. If they have like a go for the throat, that's where they want to put it anyway. And they have nowhere to run. Okay. Big plays, big plays. Kiora down. That's okay. I got another one. Hold on, I've got an emote for that. There it is. Is that what they built that for? Is that what it's in the game for? I triggered some people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm spicy. What can I say? This deck gets me spicy.
Are you tilted?